calling PlayStation Player Support. We are experiencing longer than normal wait times. We apologize for any inconvenience. For PlayStation Support articles and self-help resources, visit us at playstation.com/support. We're here to make sure your play has no limits and to assist with any hardware and technical issues. If you are having difficulty locating a PlayStation 5, please check with local and online retailers directly for availability. We do not have any shipment dates or inventory information for retail outlets. For help with your password or recovering your account, press 1. For requesting a refund on a PlayStation Store purchase, press 2. For technical support with your PlayStation 5 and accessories, press 3. For technical support with your PlayStation 4 and accessories, press 4. For help with your PlayStation VR, press 5. For help with any other products, please visit our help and support website at playstation.com. For help with your PS4 console, press 1. For help with your DualShock 4 wireless controller or PlayStation accessories, press 2. Calls may be monitored or recorded for quality purposes. We ask that the conversation remain courteous and respectful. We are doing the best we can to help. Your call is being connected.
Thank you for calling PlayStation. We appreciate you patiently waiting to speak with an agent. My name is Teresa, and I'll be happy to assist you today. Before we get started, may I have your first and last name?
My first name is Garth.
All right, Gordon, what is a good contact email for you? All righty, Gordon, how can I help you today?
Over the weekend, I believe it was Saturday morning at about 2 a.m., I tried to report some racist images that were sent to me on my PlayStation 4. And I included a brief description of what they were and why I was reporting them. I tagged them as, I believe you can tag them as hate speech or hate or something along those lines.
Right.
I woke up and around 7 a.m. in the morning, my account received a 7-day suspension for hate speech. I have never done or said anything remotely like hate speech on a PlayStation. Everything I've ever said has been, related to a game.
Right.
And all I'm seeing is, I understand that I'm likely not going to get my account unbanned from this call, but what I'm more concerned with is this a common practice for people to be punished for trying to speak out about racism?
No, not necessarily, Gord. Unfortunately, I cannot answer that question with you with certainty, simply because I'm a hardware agent, and I don't know what the policies and procedures are in that particular situation.
Would you have
simply because I'm not in that department.
Would you have a phone number or something for me to get a hold of somebody in that department?
Yeah, let me do this for you, but let me get you over to the correct department. That I can do for you.
Alrighty, thank you.
Because I do know it's frustrating, and I do understand your situation and the severity of it. Just simply because you're the one reporting it, not the one doing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not that concerned for myself. It's not a major, it's not putting me out. I'm not a major online gamer. It's an inconvenience for me. But if it's happening to other players, I definitely think that's an issue. I don't know if it's a person who does these bans or if it's like a bot that just automatically flags them. But either way, I think that's a definite issue.
Right. No, definitely. Let me do this. Give me just a moment. Let me get you to the correct department so that they can look into that for you, or at least for the bare minimum answer what exactly is going on.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You are very welcome. Just bear with me just a brief moment and let me get you transferred.
All righty, thanks.
You're welcome.
Your call is being connected.
Hello, this is Caroline speaking from PlayStation. We appreciate the time you waited on the line. How we can help you today?
Hi. First off, I just want to let you know this phone call is being recorded. Um, Over the weekend, though, I tried to report some racist images that were sent to me. I did this at about 2 a.m. on Saturday. When I woke up and got on my PlayStation, I saw that at 7 a.m. I had received a 7-day ban for hate speech. I myself, I don't send images or anything through the PlayStation. If I send a message, it's always about a game. So all I'm wondering is, I realize that there's likely not a way to get my account back within the 7 days. I'm not worried about that. What I'm more worried about is if this is a common problem that happens to people when they report racism being sent to them. Are they punished for trying to speak out about racism?
I will need to first check the account status, look on the notes,
Okay.
so I can answer the question. Okay.
All right, that's fine.
And I apologize. Your account is suspended. I understand how frustrating it might be that you want to use the account and it's on a 7-day ban.
Right. It's not
But
a
let me see what
major
we can
issue
do.
for me. I'm mostly an offline gamer anyway, but like I said, I'm more worried about if it's an ongoing issue for other players. But yeah, I can.
Okay, let me check this out.
Alrighty.
I will need only the account, like the online ID of the account.
All right. It's
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I have the account in front of me,
all right.
and I'm checking the status. Let me check. Okay. Let's see. All right, I was checking the account and I want to tell you first the status, okay? The terms of service that we handle in PlayStation and the user agreement, the account has been suspended during a 7-day suspension.
Right.
The details, I believe, were sent to you by email, to the email of the account, and you will receive another email with more information of how you can, let's say, avoid this to happen. And also, there is another article on the email that practically gives you like all the information. You can use the account after the 7-day suspension, but I believe your question was like if this is an ongoing issue because you were mentioning.
I wasn't the one who sent the pictures. The pictures were sent to me, and I reported them. And I even included a brief description saying, "Hey, these racist images were sent to me. I want to report them." And then I receive a 7-day ban for hate speech.
All right. See, I don't think this is an ongoing issue because this is a very specific situation. I can tell you most of the times that this happens to the account is because they violate the terms and conditions on PlayStation. Okay.
Right.
I'm going to leave a note of this case about this, but sadly, I apologize that, and I understand that you probably, the way how you say this happens, you should not be on a 7-day suspension ban, or if this is an ongoing issue, okay? But this is why I'm going to leave a note about this. But internally, we see that the account has been suspended for a 7 days ban. The department that is in charge of this is an apart department, and practically they review all of that.
So is it actually?
I don't think this is an online issue.
Is it actually a person who makes the decision for the bans, or is it like a bot?
I'm sorry that I am not able to answer this question because this is outside of what we know about the process. We know that when the account is investigated, then probably this was the case. Like the images you mean were sent by email. You say like they were sent by someone to you.
Yeah, they were sent by someone I was friends with on the PlayStation. I blocked them and reported the images, and then I wake up and I'm banned.
Probably something happened on the middle of the review of that because you know normally probably this was misunderstood that as there was an exchange of messages and there were these kind of messages during the email on the emails. So probably uh, what happened is that the account in question was found during on the middle of the messages, but you didn't send the messages. You received the messages, but probably this was considered as a violation of the terms and condition of PlayStation because
So it's
I
a
mean you didn't send
violation
the
to
images, but
receive.
if you reported them. Well, I would say probably if you would like to avoid this, is if you see an email like this, just delete it or
So
try to not send it.
So you're saying PlayStation's official statement on if you receive racist images is just delete it and look the other way. You are actively encouraging
I'm sorry.
the non-reporting of racism. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that
To avoid this issue, I should just delete the messages next time and not report them. That's what you just said.
I'm sorry. I'm saying that that was a recommendation. Like if the report, I ignore that. I'm sorry because all I can mention is that the account has been suspended on 7 days, and I will lead the investigation for the internal team is who manage this the account activity, and they review all of these cases, and I won't be able like to answer exactly what happened.
All right.
How
Well,
was you saying that?
I should just
This
let
was
you
more
know.
like a
I'm just going to let you know,
recommendation.
ma'am, that I do have a telephone conference scheduled for December 5th with the NAACP to discuss this matter because I think Sony actively encouraging the non-reporting of racism is kind of a big issue. So thank you very much for your
I'm just
time,
saying,
but
I'm sorry.
it's quite clear I don't believe you're going to be able to help me on this issue, and I do believe it is a much bigger issue than anyone is letting on.
I apologize for that, but all we can do is to wait for the 7 day suspension to end, and you will be able to use the account. And you should be able to.
And again, if
Well,
another
you will
player,
have access back
and
to it.
again, ma'am, if another player receives racist images, you're saying they should just delete them and not let PlayStation know. PlayStation is letting the racist win in this scenario.
No, sir. I said that.
To avoid the issue of a
if
7-day
you
ban,
would
next
like
time I should
to-
delete the images, is what you said.
I'm sorry. I'm saying that I will prefer that you consider to not handle this information, like send it to any other players, or if you say like reporting it to us, I will recommend you to see exactly how will be the process of reporting these images, right? Otherwise, you could be on the middle of the process of considering this that you are on a conversation sending these emails. I don't know exactly because I don't know if this was sent by to other players or how these images were treated. Okay, so see, considering that I don't know, I will say the best solution will be to avoid to handle these kind of email. Now, if you go to the right way of reporting this,
What is
you
the
cannot
right way to
go ahead and
report?
do it.
I went to the
I'm
image.
sorry, this is something I cannot answer because.
Well, I went to the
this is why-
image and I clicked report. There's a report feature on the PlayStation. I clicked
Those-
the
that's
reason
all
I
the
was
thing you did.
reporting
Okay.
as hate speech, and I typed a brief description of what I was reporting. How is the correct way to do
I
it if that is
understand.
not
I
it?
apologize. I mean, you did it the right way. That's why I don't. I cannot exactly answer how your account ended like suspended. Okay.
And that's
I
why
will
I'm
leave that
saying
to
this
the
is a
internal
bigger
team to
issue
answer
than
the
people are
question.
getting on. Again, I'm not calling to try to get access back to my account. I'm calling back to see why people reporting racist activity
Yes, I'm
are
sorry.
being punished for
I don't
reporting.
know how could happen because you did it the right way. So I'm sorry, but I will leave that as part of what's the investigation of the account, and probably something was found, and this ended up to be a ban of 7 days. But I cannot answer that question. I can only say to please wait. your account will be back in 7 days or less, because this suspension was on the 12th. No, on this, it was it's on the 25th, and the account is about to release on the 12th, on the 2nd of December. Okay, and you will be able to use the account. But I apologize. I think I'm afraid I won't be able to answer any other questions apart, other than what I already mentioned on this call.
I believe
And
you've
if there is
answered all the
nothing else that
questions I
can help
have.
you, I will have to let you go. Okay.
Alrighty, thank you.
But we are sorry about the whole situation. Thank you, and have a nice day.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. PlayStation encourages racism.